Hello again, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. I'm definitely enjoying reading this book with you guys. I hope you are too. I love the mystery of it. I love the suspense it leaves you on at the end of every chapter. It just makes me want to read on straight away. So, let's find out what happens next. Lucy's just found where the grown-ups are because she heard one of them screaming down the tunnel. No one quite knows why they're screaming yet, but hopefully we'll find out in chapter 18, The Bog Tavern. Grunt, Gruff, Scratch and Sniff creaked through the Woleb, carrying Mr. Dunstan's stinky coat. His rottenness will be awful pleased with Grunt when he sniffs this, said Grunt. And Guff, said Guff. And Scratch, began Scratch. And Sniff, added Sniff happily. Sorry, Scratch, he added. They all wound their way through the crooked, winding, twisted tunnels deeper into the backwards world. Shall we stop off on the ways for a snacks? Asked Gruff, hopefully, rubbing his rumbling round belly. No, you flabby rotbag! We be getting to his rottenness right away! Grunt barked. But Grunt, we's been having a long night, what with the crafty kiddling. We at least deserve some sludge, Gruff pleaded, giving Scratch a little nudge. Oh yes, and some old sludge would go down a trick, Scratch agreed. Oh wrong. We stops for a quickie bit, but just one slops, Grunt said sternly, caving into the demands of Gruff's greedy belly. They turned a sharp left, which went right, and almost walked straight into the wall of the tunnel. But just as their pointed noses were about to bosh into it, a brand new hole twisted open, entwined with tree roots and mud cracked apart, and a new path was revealed. As they creaked through the hole, a great raucous sound filled the new tunnel. It came from a building in the distance. I say building. It was more like a pile of bricks, rubble, smashed glass and bent steel that might have once been a building, but had long since been demolished. Swinging from the top of the ruin was a bent, rusty old sign which read, The Bog Tavern. The Creakers had banded together to bring this whole derelict building site down into the Woleb, and it was now the place that they went to have a stop or two of sludge after a long night of creaking. There it is, the Bog Tavern. Doesn't look like the best place to have a meal or a drink. What do you think? Would you go there? The Bog Tavern was always busy. As they stepped through the doorless doorway, the glorious stench of damp and mould filled their snotty nostrils, and they heard a discordant song from the creaker playing a strange, creaky instrument in the corner. It had the bashed-up keys of an old piano, a dented horn of a trombone, 3 bent pipes from some bagpipes, 1 broken guitar string, and a little triangle on top, all cobbled together in one. Oh, looks they got Belch playing the bog pipes tonight. He's awful, he is. Can't play a single note wrong, Gruff said, rubbing his claws together gleefully. He loved the Bog Tavern. Grunt trudged to the bar, and a respectful hush fell over the rotten room as every stinking creaker in the place realised just who had set claw inside. What'll it be, Grunt? Barked Squelch the landlord, breaking the silence. 4 slops, Grunt replied, and make 'em quicks. We got's important business. And some pork scratchings, Gruff added to the order, following by one of his stinky bum trumps. Wrong away, anything for the king's most untrusted Creakers, Squelch muttered with a dip of his bald, scabby head. They made their way through the crowds of Creakers who were busy sharing creaking stories. "I's nearly got dusted last night," one of the Creakers called Bulge said as he gulped his last mouthful of sludge from his glass. "Chubby Kiddling fell out of bed, landed on me, broke the rotten thing's fall so I didn't wake up, see? There I was, trapped with this heavy lump of a kidder on me leg, and then Bright started coming." "What did you do, Bulge?" asked Barth, the wrinkly Creaker sharing his table. "I had to gnaw my own leg off, didn't I?" And with that, Bulge plonked his black leg on the table. All of the Creakers who were listening cheered and clinked their goblets together in celebration. Everyone loved it when a creaker escaped being dusted. I'll stick it back on somehow, Bolt laughed. Bunch of twitnits, Grunt huffed grumpily as he and Guff found space at an empty table. Scratch and Stiff made their way to join Belch on the bog pipes and began singing along to all the songs they didn't know. You're always rotten in the face when you comes here, Gruff said to Grunt as he perched his bottom on the upturned stool. Look 'em all these useless lumps of creaky flesh wasting away their homes in here telling nonsense waffle to each other. That's just what we do, Grunt, Gruff said. Not me, not Grunt, Grunt whispers. I be wanting more. Guff stared. More? More than what? More than creaking, said Grunt. It always be the same, sneaking up there into the human world where everything's the right way up, stealing their rubbish night in, night out, never getting to see my creaklings back home. He pulled out a little photo of his hideously ugly creaker children to show Guff. Oh, they get more disgusting every year, Guff said politely. Thanks. I know just likes their mother. Grunt sighed fondly at the photo before tucking it away. But this be the creaker way, Grunt. Creaking is what we does. Puts muck on the table and mulch over our heads. Have you ever thoughts in your noggin what it'd be like not having to creak about? Not having to do all the nasties up there. Not stealing things that isn't ours, Grunt replied in a hushed voice. 4 quick slops, interrupted Squelch before Guff could answer, spilling most of their sludge on the table as he put their overflowing goblets down. Made 'em just the way you like, Grunt. Rotten eggs, cheese flakes, broccoli juice, and I put some extra snot drops in there tonight too. On the house, Squelch added as he wiped his nose. Cheers, Guff grinned, snuffing the whole packet of pork scratchings into his mouth, along with the foil wrappings. Cheers, Grunt muttered, and made to take a swig of his sludge, but before the chipped glass touched his cracked lips, the whole building site around them began to rumble, and the rumble became a shake. The shake became a jolting Woleb quake. Broken bricks broke again and fell to the ground. Slops of sludge smashed and spilled. The cracked glasses in the window shattered completely. Takes cover! Ordered Grunt as he dived on top of Lucy's stinking jacket to protect it. Grunt! Cried Scratch. Gruff! Called Sniff. What's going on? Yelled Guff over a mouthful of pork scratchings. And there they all are in the Woleb quake. And shaking, they're all diving for cover. The rumbling slowly calmed down and the shaking settled. The Woleb quake was over and the whole bog tavern was silent in shock. What the muck was that, Grunt? Grumbled Squelch, the landlord, as he climbed out from under his bar. Grunt got to his feet, brushing debris from his precious stinking coat. That, he replied grimly, is a kiddling in the Woleb. Dear, they've worked out that Lucy's there. I wonder what will happen next when we get to chapter 19, Creakerland. Getting very intense now, isn't it? Will the Creakers manage to snatch Lucy? Or will she get the parents and get out? Who knows? We will find out tomorrow. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.